What's up, you all? Um, we're gonna switch gears tonight. I won't be on here that long. I want to talk about the Cardell Hayes case. I don't know if you remember, but Cardell Hayes shot Will Smith maybe about 6 years, 7 years ago. You know, this happened at a traffic incident. Hayes was driving a Benz truck, and he taps. No, I'm sorry. Smith was driving a Benz truck. He taps Cardell Hayes' bumper. Cardell Hayes pulls over, and Smith, drives off. Um, and it escalated from there. But let's get into it. What's up, Proverbs 31? Let's get into it. And I really wanted to talk about this tonight because the media is disgusting. The media is all liberal. And this case shows that these people, these people, the media wanted this guy to be innocent. Um, so most of the media coverage of this is the media showing um, him tapping his bumper as to justify what he did. But again, the media is all liberal. So if you grew up watching the news, watching the media, you're already programmed to be a liberal because you've been force fed this stuff since you can remember. There are no conservative news outlets. People say Fox, but Fox not really. There was a young lady at the Confluence event. She used to work for Fox, and she wanted to report that a guy was talking about all of this was propaganda. They were trying to divide the people. This is all BS. Fox told her that she couldn't do the story. Fox said they only wanted pro BLM content. Now think about this. Y'all said Fox was racist, but they told her they only wanted pro BLM content. She ended up quitting on air. I forgot her name. I forgot her name. Y'all know her though, the blonde haired young lady. But my point is that the media is all liberal. It's liberal. And so if you sit back and watch the news objectively, you will see how biased it is. So for example, it'll say police shoots unarmed man. Police shoots man. It'll never say man attacked police and got shot. Even the language used in describing it'll never say man attacked police gets killed. It's going to say police shot such and such, police shot unarmed man, no context. No. So the media saying this all the time already plants a seed in your head. Most of you all are already programmed. You're already programmed lock, stock, and barrel. I'm sorry to say it. You got to watch the news very objectively. Like when I listen to the news now, everything is like a knee jerk because it's so cringe. I'm like, goodness, people are spitting all kind of propaganda. It's actually sad. But let's get to this case. Um, Cardell Hayes. Let me get to this case. Now I want you to listen. Now, I'm gonna let you hear I'm gonna let you hear the other guys. The witness is one witness white, one witness black. And yes, in this case, race matters. Yes, it does. Because the folks involved in this case made it about race, even though both men are black. Thank you for the badge, Angie.
Chill out.
Now, the witness, excuse me, the witness asked, I heard 9 caps. Did he shoot? And now first you see Cardell Hayes on the car waiting for the police. He slumped over the hood waiting for the police to say he's not armed or anything like that, you know. But when the witness comes up, you see Cardell Hayes immediately jump up, start explaining. Now keep in mind, the guy is just, he said, was you the one that pulled the gun first? And then, so you about to hear the explanation.
All right, explain. Look.
Yes, sir.
The 2 white dudes with them,
they ran off.
They ran up. I grabbed one of them. Big dude came and kept on approaching him aggressively. Them 2 was about to get in the scrimmage. I grabbed 1 and 2, and I politely, all I did was move them back. I'm like, chill.
You got out of
Don't rush my partner.
Right.
If him and him get into it,
Gotcha.
don't do that. Y'all 3 against 2. So then they like, man, what you touch me for, man? Dude took his shirt off, all that. What you touch us? Yeah, tattoos in his face.
You ain't about this life.
You ain't about this life. So look what I did. I said, bro, y'all chill out. He went to the truck to go get his gun. I politely walked off. The one with the tattoos came and rushed me.
Now he said he went to the truck to get his gun. Now at this point, notice he didn't say they threatened him. They wanted to, notice he didn't say that. They asked him why he touched them. Now, without a threat, without really cause, that guy goes to his car to get his gun, as this is his witness. This is Cardell Hayes' witness saying this. He went to the car to get his gun. Let's continue.
I did like that, and back, he fell because he was scared to begin with. Then that's when they ran off, and then I didn't even know nobody went for a gun.
So you had nothing to do with that. Are y'all?
Now he just said he went to the truck to get his gun. Now he's saying, I had no idea anybody went to get a gun. Black people lie. And I say this because it's not an indictment in Black culture to tell a lie. It's just not. Like lying doesn't really matter in Black culture. It doesn't. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. Black folks believe that a person can lie, but when it comes to racism, they can tell the truth, then lie. It's foolishness. So you heard this man just tell a bold-faced lie. I'm going to play it again. This is why I always make the statement, Black people lie. Because Black people, when they're on camera talking, it's assumed that what they are telling is the truth. Black folks have the greatest privilege on the planet to be believed just because you're talking in front of a microphone or a camera. But let's continue.
Just behind that.
No, we was behind.
Yeah, okay.
They ran into us on magazine and tried to run away. They ran into the back of us first and tried to run away.
So y'all weren't involved with this. They did that.
I fucking ran in the back of them and said, "Oh,
you need that shit right there, bro."
That's why I'm looking.
Yeah, it's smart. Because you're really going to be up here in a second.
They're
going to be in a second. You know what?
Black guy, bro. This shit crazy, dog.
This is cool.
Now again, it's about race because you heard him say black guy. So now he done just shot this man, and now they're making it about race. Now they're making it about race. Keep in mind, after Smith taps his car and drives off, they pursue Smith, and he ends up rear-ending Smith. So after Smith did a tap and run, I can't even say it was a hit and run, tap and run because no damage on the car, he goes and actually smacks into Smith's car. Let's continue.
That's why we're here.
Right, I know, but it's just a bad thing. I kept asking this. Back up. Get off, bro.
Now let's play it again so you can hear.
Freaking out on this guy.
Yeah.
Let's play this part again. I want you to listen to him. Listen to what he said. This is Kevin O'Neal. You see Cardell Hayes on the car.
All right, so I heard 9 cats. I was right behind you guys. I just want to know who. I know he got shot. He pulled the gun first.
What's funny is they both got on dashikis. Imagine wearing the dashiki for African pride, and you just gunned down your brother. Let's continue.
He went for a gun first. Hold on. Look, chill out.
All right,
explain. Look,
yes, sir.
the two.
Now, why would the person not directly involved tell his story? Why would the witness tell the story when the guy that actually did it is right there? Why would he tell it? Let me tell it. Think about this now. Why would you say, let me tell it when this guy actually did it? Let's continue.
White dudes with him.
They ran off.
They ran up. I grabbed one of them. Big dude came and kept on approaching him aggressively. Them two was about to get in the scrimmage. I grabbed 1 and 2, and I politely, all I did was this and move them back. I'm like, chill. Don't rush my partner.
Right.
If him and him get into it,
Gotcha.
don't do that. Y'all 3 against 2. So then they like, man, what you touch me for, man? Dude took his shirt off, all that. What you touch us? Yeah, tattoos in his face.
You ain't about this life.
You ain't about this life. So look what I did. I said, bro, y'all chill out. He went to the truck to go get his gun. I politely walked off. The one with the tattoos came and rushed me. I did like that and backed him back. He fell because he was scared to begin with. Then that's when they ran off. And then I didn't even know nobody went for a gun.
So you had nothing to do with that.
So you heard him just tell a lie. You heard him. He just told a bold-faced lie. He said, I saw him go to the truck to get his gun. And then he said, I ain't know anybody went to the truck to get their gun. So again, this is the eyewitness that was there, and he's already lying. This is why I say black people lie. I don't say black people lie to down black people. I say it because black people often lie culturally. It's okay. There's no consequence for lying in the black community. None. Zero. So I don't trust anybody black talking about what happened in the crime. I just don't. I don't. But let's continue. Let's continue. But we heard the man just lie. So now let's get to the viral clip of Frida, a popular New Orleans bounce transgender singer.
Y'all want the truth? Y'all know the system corrupted. From the DA to the judges to their attorneys, they're the ones who guilty. He did self-defense. Self-defense. My cousin fought for his life. Any man in that position would have did the same thing. It's not right, and they know they're not right. They corrupted. New Orleans is corrupted altogether. And Frida said that.
That's a big transformer right there, boy. That's a big transformer. But listen, so Big Frida, no relation to Big Mike, but Big Frida just said he fought for his life. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Even the witness didn't say that. So now we got two black people, and we just 16 minutes in, and they both lying. Let's play it again.
Y'all want the truth. Y'all know the system corrupted. From the DA to the judges to their attorneys, they're the ones who guilty. He did self-defense. Self-defense. My cousin fought for his life. Any man in that position would have did the same thing. It's not right, and they know they're not right. They corrupted. New Orleans is corrupted altogether. And Frida said that.
Boy, that's a big trans right there, boy. That's right. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Pause. That's right, Leatherface. But Big Frida lied. So now we got three lies being told. I mean, two. I'm sorry. Two lies being told. Two lies being told. See, a lot of people, you know, they try to go on other platforms. Like if I respond on somebody else's platform, they'll try to out me on the platform. They'll say, oh, y'all, guess what? He hates black people. Just lie. Just lies. The funny thing is, with as much content as I have on social media, why has no one ever taken a clip and posted on social media? If what they're saying is true, why has no one ever got a clip of all my content and posted on social? Why not? Why has no one ever used what I say in these videos against me? Let's continue. Let's continue.
Fatal shooting of Will Smith. Look at this video. It is surveillance video we've obtained, possibly backing up the defense's theory that the man accused of killing Smith was involved in a hit and run moments before the shooting. You can see that silver SUV behind an orange Hummer. The Hummer is tapped from behind by the silver SUV. The Hummer stops and attempts to pull over while the driver of the SUV goes around against traffic and pulls off. The driver of the Hummer follows behind. The defense attorney for Cardell Hayes says that Hayes was not the aggressor and that the evidence will prove why his client is not legally guilty of second-degree murder. Much more in this story to come in the days and weeks to follow. Still to come here.
So the media is disgusting because all the media keeps showing is that clip. That's all they're showing is that clip. So in other words, they tried to make Will Smith the villain. The guy that got shot 6 times in the back, 1 time in the on the side. They try to make him the villain, even though he got shot in the back multiple times by this defendant. But the media is sick because the media was trying to make this guy innocent. I'm like, why do y'all care so much? Why do you all care so much that this guy? But the media is clearly one-sided in this. Because the media has to paint the picture that anytime black folks are involved in violence, it has to be a link to racism. Meaning I had to spin the block because the white man kept me from having a job. So I had to spin the block to protect my turf, to sell drugs, to make money for my family. Like, so the violence has to be linked back to white supremacy. The media is all in on it. Like I said, when they talk about police shooting, they always put the police officer in the guilty position. Police shoots unarmed man, police shoots man, police shoot. It's never ever a contextual statement. Ever. But let's continue.
Fucking right, y'all got it, you racist bitches. We going to war with all you fucking hoes. Just letting y'all know that racism ain't gonna fucking run New Orleans no fucking more. I'm talking to you, 4, 8, 6, 12, all you bitches. Y'all down bad. You don't want to report no real fucking narratives. You just want to support this shit that keeps us reeling.
What's funny is the media is totally biased in this guy's Cardell Hayes' favor. The media is totally biased in his favor. So this guy is ranting and raving about something not even true. This is the third lie. This is the third lie. Black people lie. And the faster y'all realize that, the better off you're going to be. Most of the time, black folks are lying. How do we know this? Because black folks wake up every day being black and they're not even black. Black folks are literally living a perpetual lie every single day. They wake up every day and look in the mirror. Their skin is brown, but they say they're proud to be black. So black folks are living a lie already. So them lying is par for the course. Like, you're not going to be grounded in a lie and then speak the truth. Not how that works. Not how that works. You're not going to be grounded in a lie. Your whole foundation is a lie, but you're going to speak the truth. Not how that works. Black culture condones lying. But let's listen to, this must be his, I don't know, maybe a relative or somebody. I don't know who this guy is to him, but you can hear him.
Fuck you bitches. All you bitches. Fuck all you bitches. We drawing a line today in New Orleans. Warfare. I dare you fucking crackers to cross it. Transplants. We gonna show all you bitches. I got one life, bitch. And it ain't no fucking game. One life. You think you're neutral?
Now, what type of privilege does a person have to be able to rant in public and say racial slurs? You see, they talk about white privilege, but you don't ever see it. But you see black privilege every day. I said you see black privilege every single day. I'm gonna play this again. He didn't issue threats, didn't get arrested. Black privilege.
Fucking right, y'all got it, you racist bitches. We going to war with all you fucking hoes. Just letting y'all know that racism ain't gonna fucking run New Orleans no fucking more. I'm talking to you, 4, 8, 6, 12, all you bitches. Y'all down bad. You don't want to report no real fucking narratives. You just want to support this shit that keeps us reeling. Fuck you bitches. All you bitches. Fuck all you bitches. We drawing a line today in New Orleans. Warfare. I dare you fucking crackers to cross it.
Could you imagine if a white guy came out of a courtroom and did what he did? It would be, if a white guy came out of a courtroom and threatened everybody black and called them the N-word, do you know it would be, they might shut the whole country down. They might, Joe Biden will comment on it. Kamala Harris will comment on it. All the Democrats will comment on it. Like, it would be national news if a white person came out of a courtroom and threatened all these black folks outside. It'd be national news. And y'all know it. And y'all know it. But when I ask these questions, nobody can ever answer me. I will simply ask, why can this black man come out of this courtroom and threaten everybody, which is against the law, terroristic threats, threaten everybody, use racial slurs, that makes it a hate crime. So now we got terroristic threats and we got hate crime. Why can he do that and nothing happened? They don't even cover it. But if a white guy does it, the president will address it. And you all are telling me that white folks have privilege? You all are telling me that white people have privilege?
We gonna show all you bitches. I got one life, bitch, and it ain't no fucking game. One life. You think you're neutral?
So again, another indication of black privilege. But the bad thing about black privilege is that it's dangerous, because most of the time black folks in these situations are wrong. They're wrong. They're reacting to programming and propaganda. They're not reacting to the facts. That's why it's dangerous. Let's continue.
Sold us out. I'm gonna tell y'all the whole play tomorrow on my show. Ain't none of them bitches right. None of them. And I'm about to break it all down for you. This a fucking game we playing that they not giving us no chance to win. Period. It's all set up against us, and all them niggas is in on it. I'm gonna tell y'all, as soon as I get a chance to calm down. Bear got convicted of manslaughter for Will Smith. Will Smith's character didn't matter at all that night, or the fact that he was drunk and that he was the only one inebriated. None of that shit mattered. And Jason Williams is a funky bitch, a pussy ass nigga, spineless ass bitch. Jason Williams.
So Jason Williams is the DA that all the black folks voted for because he was black. And Frida is mad at Jason Williams because she actually campaigned for him. Big Frida. She got the black folks to vote for him. So black folks want you to do this. If I get you in office, let my folks get off for murder. Black people are insane. If I get you in the office, let my folks get off for murder. So that's why they mad at Jason Williams. But let's continue. And I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna say Blanche.
Oh, this is a festival.
I know what y'all saying. Y'all gonna say Blanche. Man, you always getting on black people. Why? Now the not the low-hanging fruit, but the fruit that's on the ground with the worms in it, squashed, is that I hate black people. But the fruit at the top of the tree you got to climb to get is that y'all are going to usher in the Antichrist. See, the problem is that most black people have their heads bent down looking at the ground at that rotten fruit. What I'm talking about is at the top of that tree, you got to climb and see up there to see that fruit. Black people are going to usher in the Antichrist. I'm not telling you this because I hate black people. I'm not telling you this because I think it's a joke. I'm telling you this because the goal of all this blackness is to make the world black. Not black in appearance, black in mind, black in spirit. Let's continue.
Drew Bam coming at you with another chapter of the diary. If the phrase, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, looks like a person, I would say I did this person here. Right behind me is the DA for Orleans Parish by the name of Jason Williams. He's been in the news lately for his prosecution of the infamous Cardell Hayes case. For those of you who don't know, Cardell Hayes was convicted twice through retrial for.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is Cardell Hayes' second time getting convicted and found guilty. His second time. Second time.
The unaliving of ex-Saints player Will Smith. Part of this controversy comes from Big Frida, who did sort of a rant outside the courthouse after the guilty verdict was read, who goes off on everybody and everything else.
Now, just based on this black guy right here, who do you think he agrees with? He hasn't said what he's going to say. Who do you all think that this black man talking on this camera, who do you think he's going to side with? Can anybody let me know? Who do y'all think this black king is going to side with in this case? Paul says the DA. Okay. Anybody else? Angie says Hayes. Okay. Anybody else? All right, let's continue. We got two. It's tied 1-1. Leatherface said the murderer. Carl says Hayes. Flaxseed said the murderer. Okay, let's see.
Because Cardell Hayes is Big Frida's first cousin. Controversy sets in is that because Big Frida campaigned for Jason Williams when he was running for DA. Now, I wanted to give my take because there's a lot of people just jumping on him and without, not without justification, but I want to give a point of view. I said what I said in the beginning of this video for a very distinctive reason. Most of us voted for Jason Williams because we believe that he had the best of intentions to deal with our youth, at least from his perspective or from his view box.
Lie. This is the fourth lie told tonight. You voted for him because he was black. Think about it. Think about it. If somebody says, we don't want the police in our community, we want to police ourselves, what are they really saying? We don't want any consequences. So when he says, we thought he'd be able to better deal with the youth, what is he saying? If the youth are committing violent crimes, they're going to get locked up. So what is he saying? Deal with them how? What he's saying is, don't hold them accountable. And this overarching theme in the black community of no accountability comes from this quote unquote thing called racism. Or racism. What black folks say is, because there was racism, because there was slavery, because America wasn't perfect, we have the right to do what we want to do. That's Satan. That's Satan. Do y'all think that every slave master is going to hell? Do you think that every slave is going to heaven? You got to ask these questions. These are character-based questions. The whole premise of all of this is white people are racist. So that justifies us being in sin. We can steal. The Bible says don't steal. But because George Floyd died of fentanyl, we can steal. Now notice how black folks put George Floyd in front of God. One of the 10 commandments is to not steal. Those are the laws of Moses. So black folks make sin okay based on George Floyd. I didn't even get to destroying the property. I didn't even get to the violence. I didn't even get to the killing. I just got to the stealing. One thing, stealing. George Floyd had you all breaking one of God's commandments proudly and boldly. Let's continue.
He had this compassion for the youth and really just did not want to throw away the youth into the into the justice system without even trying to figure out how to put some type of reformative strategy behind it, where there's some type of reform. So instead of just,
he has no example of reform. How can you reform a community with 80% single parent households, single mothers? You're putting a Band-Aid over a shotgun wound. How can you repair that? How can you repair most black children not reading, writing, or doing math on grade level? How do you repair a community that's okay, that endorses, supports, and promotes abortion? That's okay with, that promotes and endorses homicide? There's no remedy for that. Do you know what God's remedy was? Just imagine black folks today. How would God deal with them? How would God deal with black folks today? It's an honest question. How did God deal with disobedience in the Bible? If God was going to just judge black folks today, like the Old Testament, what would happen to black people? Now, keep in mind, God would be sending prophets to tell black people to get right. So black folks would have multiple chances to get right with real prophets. How would black folks treat the prophets from God? How would God treat the prophets? No, how would black people treat the prophets that God sent? So again, there is no reform for black people. There's none, because black culture won't allow it. You can't reform 80% single mothers. You can't reform that. At the very least, that is the core of all the problems in the black community. The black community is ran by single women that make poor choices in men. The black community is ran by single black women that wear fake hair, that have poor choices in men, and that are obese. There's no reform for that. The black community is ran by single black mothers that are obese and wear fake hair and have poor choices in men. That's who runs the black community. There's no reform for that. God has to deal with that. Only God can deal with that. Let's continue.
throwing the youth in jail and locking them away the key, he was trying to figure out a way to get them to some type of rehabilitation, or something to help deter with the youth and just dealings in the criminal sector. But because the people of New Orleans don't really believe in that, just my opinion. You know, he fell on his face. And then him and his mom got carjacked. So any compassion that was left to try and help reform this justice system to whereas that, you know.
So Jason Williams and his mom got carjacked. Who you think carjacked them? The neo-Nazis? Skinheads? The white nationalists? The KKK? The conservatives? The Republicans? Who do you think carjacked Jason Williams and his mama in New Orleans? Who? Who? Was it the Trump followers? Was it MAGA? Who was it? Was it a band of racist white people that carjacked the DA's mama and him, carjacked him? So again, there is no reform. There is no reform. The only reform for black people comes from God's word. That's the reform. That's why I'm telling you, anybody trying to help black people don't have the understanding of God. They're working for Satan. Anybody saying that we got to help black people, they're working for Satan. Because what black folks need, everybody needs, which is Jesus, Yeshua, Christ. So there is no reform for black folks. None. It's all a scam. It's all a game. This is a communist trick, ploy, plot. Let's continue.
So many youths are not going in and out. He just was like, bump it. You know, we're gonna do it. He had no F's left to give. And also I think with the new governor, Governor Jeff Landry, who is making it a point to point out New Orleans as the, you know, as a vile centerpiece of corruption. Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going down. So now, because of this, he can no longer be compassionate when it comes to prosecuting cases. Look, it's just my 2 cents. I don't want to hash it out even further. It is what it is. Comment if you will. So until next time, y'all, peace.
You know, his take wasn't that bad, but he basically said that because there's, I guess, quote unquote, corruption in the New Orleans justice system, this guy has to go by the book. In other words, he has to hold black folks accountable. That's what he's saying. Let's continue.
Emotions ran high at Orleans Parish Criminal Court as Cardell Hayes' friends and family got the news.
He did self-defense. Self-defense. My cousin fought for his life. Any man in that position would have did the same thing. It's not right, and they know they're not right.
After a 5-day retrial, the verdict came in just after midnight on Saturday morning, finding Cardell Hayes guilty of manslaughter in the killing of former Saints player Will Smith.
I will say it's especially heartbreaking in this case, having gotten to know Cardell Hayes, having gotten to know him as a father, to know his family, to see the community that he has that supports him.
Hayes was found guilty of manslaughter back in 2016 after he shot and killed Will Smith during a road rage incident. He was also found guilty of attempted manslaughter after shooting Will Smith's wife, Raquel Smith. But Hayes convicted.
Well, I forgot to say that. So he shot him 7 times, and he shot his wife 2 times. I've got to tell y'all that. He shot his wife 2 times. And the media is trying to cover this up because it was so crazy. He shot this man 6 times in the back, once in the side, and then shot his wife twice. And the media is trying to portray him like he's an angel. Why would the media want to do that? Why would the racist media want to make the black guy look like an angel? Why? Let's continue.
Conviction was overturned when the Supreme Court deemed non-unanimous jury verdicts unconstitutional. Unlike his first
trial, he got convicted. He went to prison, but it got overturned by the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court said that in cases like this, it has to be a unanimous decision by the jury. So in the first case, the jury did it 10-2. Jury was 10-2 in the first case. Took it to the Supreme Court. He gets released from prison in 2021. Okay. Give you a little backstory.
Trial, Cardell Hayes was found innocent of the attempted murder of Raquel. But Hayes' conviction was overturned when the Supreme Court deemed non-unanimous jury verdicts unconstitutional. Unlike his first trial, Cardell Hayes was found innocent of the attempted murder of Raquel Smith. 20 years is the minimum sentence for manslaughter, but WWL Louisiana legal analyst Craig Murdoch says he thinks Hayes will serve over 20 years.
I would expect the judge, when it comes to sentencing, to sentence in about the same range as she did in the first trial, which was 25 years. She's just going to say nothing's really changed, and there's no reason to upset my original sentence.
Hayes' sentencing date is set for March 27th. At Orleans Parish Criminal Court, Amelia Strahan, WWL Louisiana.
So again, yeah, Big Frida's huge.
There was a guilty and a non-guilty verdict. That doesn't mean that everything starts over now. She'll still get up in the morning and her husband is not there. The kids will get up in the morning and their father's not there. And you look at the defendant side, he has to deal with what he has to deal with. So, his family has to deal with that as well. So, there's no way that you can draw and say that one side is happy and the other is not.
I want to respect the jury's verdict and respect the pain that both families are experiencing tonight. And we'll regroup tomorrow and see what the next approach is. Continue to pray for all families and continue to pray not just for them going forward, but pray for their healing in this terrible time.
Do you think he means what he says? We're gonna pray for the family. Do you think he praying for the family? Stop. Do you think he's praying for the family? Stop. You know what's really making him upset though? In the private meetings, you know what they're saying in the private meetings? They're saying that if he was white, he would have got off. That's what they're saying. That's why they're so mad. Because they're saying if he was white, he would have got off. Imagine someone's skin color making you all go against God. Imagine you all skin color making you all go against God. When the Antichrist shows up, dear black people, he's going to agree with you. He's going to agree with you. Let's continue.
We need to learn our fucking lesson. I go over to Shabinsky and I say, hey, you guys, you're trying. I appreciate you. I said, but in case it doesn't go well, I was potentially planning civil disobedience, not anything crazy, just civil disobedience. And I was wondering how much you charged to walk me through it. I got the money in my wallet. Chick turned to me and started yelling at me in the courthouse in front of everybody, right there by the steps. I look around like, damn. Not that I'm embarrassed, but the first thing I'm thinking is this hoe is trying to make it like me and her are having an issue, and we're not. Just asked her for a price. She could have said, no, thank you. I don't want your business, whatever.
So basically, what he said is he turns to the defense lawyer and he says, I'm planning on acting out if we don't win this case. How much do you charge to represent me? I'm going to do something crazy. It won't be too crazy, but I'm going to do something to cause disruption in the courtroom. So how much will you charge to represent me? And he said she turned to him and started yelling at him. Why wouldn't she? Do you know why would you want this woman to lose her bar association or license or whatever? Why? You're telling her you're going to do something and then you're asking her to represent you. Like that's crazy. You can't do that. It's a conflict of interest. I'm telling the lawyer, I'm going to disrupt this courtroom and I want you to defend me. But I'm telling you before I do it. And you don't want to get yelled at? Are you crazy? This is the black man's mind. He doesn't have any wisdom or any understanding. First of all, she's trying to win the case. So you're insinuating that she's going to lose the case. So why wouldn't she be upset? Then you're asking her to be unethical with you. You're asking her to know you're going to do something and not tell the courts so she can lose everything for you because you're black and emotional. The black man is weak. Right. This is crazy. And you wondering why she yelling at you. Trying to get her to lose her livelihood. Fooling with you. Hey, I'm about to tear the courtroom up. How much gonna cost to represent me? Man, you crazy. If this say it all played out and they found out that she knew, she's finished. She might be liberal, but she ain't that liberal. She might be liberal, but she ain't that liberal. She ain't that liberal. She ain't gonna lose it all now. Not for y'all little nigglets. Hold on one second, y'all. I've been looking for Old Faithful. That's all.
I've been around black folk all my life, and I'm telling you that they are devoid of wisdom and understanding. They're good at sex and sports, but after that, they don't have understanding about the world. It's been going on for some time. I've been around black folk all my life, and I'm telling you that they are devoid of wisdom and understanding. They're good at sex and sports, but after that, they don't have understanding about the world.
Listen, man, that cry came from his soul. You done spent decades with black folks, and your conclusion is they don't understand the world. Think about that. He done been around black folks his whole life. He done been preaching. He done been in the streets. He done been to prison. He done been in the country. He done seen black folks in every aspect of life. And his summation is they don't understand the world. That was Pastor Manning. But let's continue.
We're in hell That dude Bell was about to beat that case. You tell me where you gonna beat a case where you kill a football player, shot in the back multiple times. I wouldn't give a fuck if you had self-defense or whatever. If they ain't got no motherfucking weapon for that football player saying that he was in defense for himself and eyewitnesses to testify on your behalf, you ain't beat that case, dog. Not in no courtroom, dog. In no city. You know how much money them fucking Saints make for that city? You know how many tourists come down there for Mardi Gras, all these motherfucking festivals, and the Saints winning Super Bowls and bringing positive energy into the city when a person that represent this
Please excuse this cursing. Please excuse the cursing. Goodness.
city got killed by a New Orleans nigga? You think that shit was gonna be possible? Come on, man. And look, John Fuller, one of the best lawyers. I had John Fuller 2005. No cap, he one of the best lawyers. You heard me? He well respected in that courtroom. 2005 when I was on CNN and billboards and shit all over the world. You heard me? The fucking task force came to the Fisher Project about 30 deep and got me. All over the project. Beat me down out there in the project. But before they got me, I threw an ounce of heroin on top of the roof. They went up there and got the heroin off the shade. Put it on me. Right? I wound up doing 3 years credit for time serving. But I was a second convicted felon already. I had just beat 2 attempt murders when I was a juvenile. You feel me? So all that shit was on my jacket.
Do you hear what this man just said? I threw the heroin on the roof, but they put it on me. Yeah, they saw you. They saw you. This is your heroin. We putting it back on you. Yes. But they gave him time served. He beat 2 murder charges, attempted murders as a teen, as a juvenile. It's insane, y'all. All right, let me get to some more facts. Play this one clip right here, and I'm gonna get to some facts.
Y'all want the truth? Y'all know the system corrupted from the DA to.
And sold us out.
Emotions ran high at Orleans Parish Criminal Court as Cardell.
That's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Hold on.
Fucking right, y'all got it, you racist bitches. We going to war with all you fucking hoes. Just letting y'all know that racism ain't gonna fucking run New Orleans no fucking more. I'm talking to you, 4, 8, 6, 12, all you bitches. Y'all down bad. You don't want to report no real fucking narratives. You just want to support this shit that keeps us reeling. Fuck you bitches.
It must be nice to be able to perform like this in front of an audience. That's all he's doing. Somebody mentioned earlier that he was auditioning for Training Day 2. But yeah, it must be nice for this man to go on here. He got his little outfit on, got his little polo scully on, leather jacket, little fit on. He clean. He couldn't wait to get in front of them cameras. Now think about it now. This the same day that he asked the lawyer how much he would charge if he had a civil disturbance in the courtroom. It's the same day, y'all. It's the same day. So think about this now. He wore this outfit, had his little speech prepared because he was prepared to go viral because he got a podcast, he got a show. So he couldn't wait to do this. But when the lawyer cussed him out, she didn't cuss him out, but she told him off. His next best option was to go in front of the camera and be racist and violent and threats of violence towards white people. Something a white person could not do. A liberal black man can do all this stuff. A conservative white man can't do this. Ain't no way.
All you bitches. Fuck all you bitches. We drawing a line today in New Orleans. Warfare. I dare you fucking crackers to cross it. Transplants. We gonna show all you bitches. I got one life, bitch. And it ain't no fucking game.
Excuse the cursing, y'all. I'm sorry. The white guy turned around and was like, who is this guy? Do you know him? Is he a rapper? White folks don't be knowing, he's somebody to black folks, but outside the black community, nobody even know who he is. He's like, you know this guy? Who is he? Should I be filming this? Their cameras ain't even on. Should I be filming? It's crazy. That why, because they just like, what's he talking about? Who's talking? Who's a cracker? He's talking about trespassing and racing. What is he talking? Like, they confused. Like, what is he talking about? He got this whole script prepared because he wanted to go viral. Y'all do know that most of this social justice stuff is just going viral. Folks want to be seen, want to be popular. It's not real. Most of it's cap.
One life. You think you're neutral? We drawing a line today in New Orleans. Warfare. I dare you fucking crackers to cross it. Transplants. We gonna show all you bitches. I got one life, bitch. And it ain't no fucking game. One life. You think you're neutral?
You think you're neutral? Yeah, Smith knew him. What the heck just happened? Just kicked me out of my... Just kicked me out of my IG. We've noticed unusual activity from your account and have temporarily restricted certain actions. Follow the next steps to help us remove the restrictions on your account. Wow. That's crazy. These folks just kicked me off. Let me screenshot this message. Let me screenshot it. Help us confirm it's you, but they won't let me do it though. That's crazy. These folks done kicked me out of my account. Boy, that's a cold. When I tell you it's a cold game. Sorry about that, y'all. Somebody said you got reported too much truth. This is crazy. And this is what's funny, right? So this is what they do. So they tell you, watch this. They say, prove you're not a robot. You click, I'm not a robot, and they say select all the squares with motorcycles. I select them, and then it says hit next, but it won't let you hit next. So then your second option is log into another account. You hit that button. This one works. Log out. Are you sure you want to log out of your account? That's what they want you to do. They want you to log out. Instagram is some scumbags. I mean, I'm talking about scumbag degenerates. Just disgusting. That's crazy. Now watch it let me log out. Yeah, look, it let you log out. You can log out. Look. Think you can't log out? You can log out. You can log out. That's crazy to me, boy. Meanwhile, your hoteps don't experience this. All the folks dropping knowledge and science, and they don't experience none of this. Why not? Let's continue.
Fucking right, y'all got it.
Hold on. I want to go to some of these. Now, Will Smith's wife. Will Smith's wife said she had been getting bullied. She had been getting bullied this whole time. Now, why would the victim's wife be getting bullied by black people? How can I get to my... I'm trying to get to my history. Let me play this one real quick.
Starts freaking out on this guy.
Chill.
Yeah. And then he's like, I guess this guy was like, get out. And he goes, fuck y'all, I got one too. And he grabs his gun and then he shoots him in the back. He's dead.
There's a dead man over there?
Yeah.
Which one? In the SUV or
in the Mercedes truck.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
Hey. Yeah. Abby.
She shot?
Raise your hand. Here's sauce in the cap. And they had another guy who was the whole over here for this thing. Sauce in the cap. Who saw something happen? I need people who saw things. I need an ambulance. My leg has been shot.
Okay.
That's my side on the
Please tell me you're taking that for good reasons.
I work for NOLA.com.
Thank you. Are you sending away asking the question?
No, I'm not. I mean, even if I was, does it matter? Okay.
People are so
I understand that.
So I wanted to get back to that particular...
Starts freaking out on this guy. Chill.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I guess this guy was like, get out. And he goes, fuck y'all, I got one too. And he grabs his gun and then he shoots him in the back. He's dead.
There's a dead man over there?
Now you hear this witness? Listen to what this witness says. Listen to him.
Yeah. Starts freaking out on this guy. fight you.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I guess this guy was like, get out. And he goes, fuck you, I got one too. And he grabs his gun and then he shoots him in the back. He's dead.
There's a dead man over there?
Yeah.
Which one? In the SUV or
In the Mercedes truck.
Oh my God.
He said he shot him. You heard him. I'm trying to. Well, what I want to get to is a clip, but for some reason I can't get to my YouTube history. Because I want you to hear I want you to hear about the bullying. I found it. Sorry about that.
And the widow of Smith told a judge that she and her family have been bullied and harassed online by relatives of Hayes. Raquel Smith, who appeared before the court via Zoom, shed tears and she asked the judge to deny bond for Hayes. She said posts from the Hayes family and others on social media blame her husband for shooting her, and she said that she should die. Raquel Smith now lives in Texas.
And in Metairie, police are on the scene of a shooting.
So my question to you all is, who was harassing this woman? Was it MAGA? Was it white conservatives? Was it Republicans? Neo-Nazis? Racists? Skinheads? KKK? Who was harassing this woman after her husband was gunned down in front of her? Who would have the audacity, who would be so cold and heartless to harass and bully this woman after her husband got gunned down in public? I mean, who would be so wicked and violent and disgusting to do such a thing?
Of Smith told a judge. And the widow of Smith told a judge that she and her family have been bullied and harassed online by relatives of Hayes. Raquel Smith, who appeared before the court via Zoom, shed tears and she asked the judge to deny bond for Hayes. She said posts from the Hayes family and others on social media blame her husband for shooting her, and she said that she should die. Raquel Smith now lives in Texas.
And in Metairie, police are on the scene of a shooting.
Now, imagine your husband gets gunned down in front of you and black people threaten your life and blame you. Yeah, I think these folks done cancel my account. That's crazy. I think these folks done cancel my account. Boy, that's crazy. They so dirty. They so dirty and disgusting. So filthy and disgusting. Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Will Smith. The wife of former Saints player Will Smith is opening up about the deadly shooting that killed her husband. Yesterday, an attorney shared Raquel Smith's account to counter what he called lies and factual distortions. The suspected shooter is behind bars and charged with murder. Manuel Bajorca shows us the conflicting versions of the apparent road rage killing.
He actually stood over Will Smith's dead body as his wife, who had crawled away because she couldn't walk, was cowering and hiding.
Attorney Peter Thompson said Cardell Hayes showed no remorse last Saturday when he allegedly shot former Super Bowl champion Will Smith and his wife Raquel multiple times. Surveillance videos just before the shooting appeared to capture Smith's Mercedes possibly tapping Hayes' Hummer. Thompson said Smith drove away because he didn't see any damage.
Suddenly, this Hummer drove up at great speed behind them and rammed the back of their car, causing the back windshield of their SUV to shatter.
Cardell Hayes was tried and convicted before I got out of church on Sunday.
John Fuller, Hayes' attorney, insisted his client has been unfairly prejudged and did not deliberately target the vehicle.
It was an accident, and it certainly was not retaliatory.
After the men got out of their cars, the attorney for Smith's family said Raquel tried to defuse the situation.
She was actually telling the shooter to leave us alone, to go back to your car. We have children.
Hayes allegedly opened fire, striking her first. Thompson said while Smith had his own loaded gun, he never took it out of a compartment inside his car. But Fuller insists at least one witness saw Smith with the weapon. Preliminary autopsy results showed 7 bullets hit Smith's back and 1 hit the left side of his chest.
As far as the
Now think about this. 7 hit his back. I thought it was 6. 7 hit his back and 1 hit his side. And his wife got shot first. Think about this now. She got shot first. So we know he didn't have a gun because had he had shot his wife first, he would have shot him. So we know he didn't have a weapon. Smith testifies and said, well, not Smith, Cardell Hayes testifies that he heard a pop before he started shooting. Black people lie. He shot that man's wife and then shot him 7 times in the back. 7 times. Shot him 8 times total. And black folks are calling white folks racist. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. It's nuts.
The 8 shots that Mr. Smith sustained, I will say again that Mr. Hayes is legally not guilty.
A public viewing for the former New Orleans Saints player is planned for Friday.
See, what we never talk about is intent. He shot this man 8 times. What was your intent? How do you go from, and they said he wasn't the aggressor. Hayes tapped his car. Now, he should have got out and said, everybody okay? That's what he's supposed to do, but he didn't. He looked, and then when dude put over, he drove off. When he drove off, Hayes zoomed behind him and rear-ended him on purpose, hit him, and that's how it started. So Hayes was the aggressor. What Smith did was a traffic violation. What Hayes did was assault. Because you hit my car on purpose. You heard the lawyer. He's legally not guilty. We don't get into moral or why he did it. Legally, he's not guilty. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And the wife ain't lying. He stood over that man after he shot him. I know he did. It's crazy. Even Vice was trying to just paint him like an angel. I don't want to go into that because I wanted to talk about Matthew 6. But Vice, but like I said, most of these news stations and news channels, they all were siding with the guy, Cardell Hayes. They were all siding with him. Vice did a whole special on it, and they were siding with Cardell Hayes. But real quick, so I did like a little 3-day fast, right? And I want to talk about something real quick before I go. You know that fasting really takes away your appetite to sin. And I understand even deeper why we are to fast and pray. Because what it does is it builds up your spirit so much, you lose the appetite for sin. You know, you lose the appetite for food too, but also sin in the things of this world. And really because what's really important, you put in perspective when you're fasting. But I want to talk about Matthew 6, because that's what I was reading and thinking about was Matthew 6, chapter 6. Matthew 6, verse 1. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men. Take heed that ye do not do your alms. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into the closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. What this chapter is talking about is intent. The reason why we're doing something. What is the reason you're doing it? Are you doing it to please man, or are you doing it to please God? So this chapter is talking about your intent. Intent is what the church does not talk about. Society doesn't either. Nobody talks about intent. Now, when you go to court, they measure intent. But intent should be measured all the time. Why are you doing it? Let's continue. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathens do, for they think they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of, before ye ask him. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. So we see in this chapter that if you don't forgive the people here on earth, then God won't forgive you. So God forgiving you is directly tied to you forgiving people. Now, most folks have no clue of this. Most folks think they can be unforgiving to people in the world, but get forgiveness from God. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Your forgiveness is tied into your forgiveness of everybody you see every day. Your family, your friends, co-workers, everybody. Enemies, folks you don't like. Imagine how many folks are walking around unforgiven by God because they can't forgive someone in their life. Let's continue. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thine head and wash thy face, that thou appear not unto men to fast, but unto thy Father which is in secret. And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. I'll say it again. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? That's a powerful statement. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. We're talking about you can't serve God and money. You gotta pick. Because whichever one you put first, you're gonna serve that one. You can't serve two masters. People try all the time. I'm gonna be in the world and serve God. It doesn't work. This is why so many folks are going to hear, depart from me, I do not know you. Because most folks try to be in the world and be with God. It's a cold game. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought of your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body more than raiment? Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin. Yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if God so clothed the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe ye, O ye of little faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. So I like the way it ended. Again, it's about intent. It ended with, you shouldn't worry about tomorrow. You got enough evil to deal with today. Like, it's enough evil today to deal with. You worry about tomorrow. Focus on today. So maybe it's prophetic that I lost my Instagram account after I got done with my fast. Maybe I was meditating on this chapter. Maybe God was showing me that I can't even be tied to my Instagram account. I don't know. I think it's messed up, but I understand the lesson that even the social media, we can't be tied to. Leatherface said, I'll try fasting Monday through Wednesday. Just try something simple. Just try half a day, then try a whole day, then try 2 days. Like just build yourself up to it. Don't pressure yourself. Just baby steps. You got to crawl before we walk. I thought it was a very good chapter. Matthew chapter 6. And it's really talking about your intent. And after it goes through your intent, it goes to from your intent to why you're doing it. Then it goes to how you should do it. You should do it like this. You should do it with faith. You should do it without caring. You should do it with putting your whole trust in God. So it goes from what are your intents? Let's address the intent first. Now let's deal with the how to do it. And then in the end, the chapter ends with, don't worry about tomorrow. You got enough evil to deal with today. Deal with today, we'll deal tomorrow when it comes. But anyway, read these super stickers. Thank you, Cruise Missile, for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for always supporting me. P. Dot, thank you so much for super sticker. Thank you so much, P. Dot. Mad Sketch, thank you so much. My favorite content creator, thank you for your insight, truth, and comedy. Mad Sketch, thank you so much. Listen. Pamela is starting her fast tomorrow. You said they locked me out temporarily? I don't know. But either way, I got to be content either way. There's a scripture that Paul says, and I'm going to leave on this one, but it's a scripture, and it talks about being in Philippians. I know both how to be abased, I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed to both to be full and to be hungry, both to suffer need both to abound and to suffer need. That's a powerful scripture. Philippians 4:12, I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed to both be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. And I like this because this keeps the world from having a hold on you. Then the very next verse says, 14, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Think about that. Think about that powerful statement. I know both how to be abased. Listen, verse 11 says, not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith too to be content. So this is where you like a tree planted by the still waters. Like you can't be moved, you can't be swayed. I know both how to be abased, I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. So even if my account is not taken away, or it is, I got to be content. I got to be abased, know how to be abased and abound. Know how to abound and suffer need. Know how to be full and know how to be hungry. None of this stuff's supposed to affect us. None of it. You know. But thank y'all for the encouragement. Amen. God does have me. Yes, Lady B. Praying more frequently. Yes. Yes, praying more frequently. But listen, you all. One more super sticker. Thank you so much, Vintage Goods, Willie. Thank you so much for super sticker. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, you all. So that's what I learned. And I guess it's my lesson for me, and I guess for all of you all too, that we got to be content. You know why? Because Christ has us. We don't have to worry. Christ has our back. So that's I guess the lesson in all of this is that we put our faith and trust in him, not man, not AI, not machine, not social media, not anything in this world. All of our faith and trust and hope goes into Christ. But anyway, I love y'all. What's up, Prudence? I love y'all. Thank you, Goddess Navi, for moderating. Thank you for Angel Wings for moderating. I love y'all so much, and I will see you probably on Sunday. We're cutting through the culture. All right, y'all have a good night.